The genesis of this project comes from my grandfather's basement. My mom's dad was a great musician. He had all kinds of instruments. He was a fantastic professional trumpet player. He was a banjo player, a great singer. And among the instruments in his collection was a player piano from the late 1800s and the early 1900s that were so popular, um, when he was a kid. And he introduced me to that and had lots of piano rolls, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. And I, of course, loved to go to Wisconsin where they lived. My mom's hometown was Manitowoc, Wisconsin, every summer anyway. But one of the highlights was getting to play with the player piano. And I used to get under there and get a flashlight and try to figure out how it worked. And I would unscrew things and screw them in. And it was just fantastic for me to really, you know, get inside there and sort of imagine the mechanics of it. And I've always been interested in instruments like that. I've gone to many museums and gone to lots of exhibits and various concerts where people have presented player pianos and orchestrions of that era. And I've kind of tucked that away somewhere and always imagined that it might be fun to try to look at those instruments through the prism of everything else that I've done in terms of harmony, in terms of melody. It always struck me like, why do those instruments have to sound like that? Couldn't they sound like this? And I always figured that this would be something that lots of people would be doing, and I'm kind of amazed that we've gotten to, the 10 years into the 21st century, and it hasn't really been explored that much. There certainly have been a few people who have looked at this stuff, but not really people that are, I would say, in my general vicinity of those particular interests in music in terms of harmony and so forth. Certainly not at all with anything that involves improvisation. So with that idea in mind, over the past several years, I've gone to a number of different inventor guys to build essentially this orchestra that you hear, that is all custom-made instruments just for this project, that I'm sort of putting under the auspices of the Orchestrion project or Orchestrion.